Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Taken in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Mayfield on first down. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
First and 10 at the
Mayfield looks to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Very quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. A run for Nick Chubb. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Mayfield sacked.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, Mayfield. So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Thierry on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 20.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And 3.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Again, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Jason McCourty. A 3-yard.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
45-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
We need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked on by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On the ground, it's Chubb, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Complete to Calvin Johnson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
43-yard line.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. First down and more for Jackson. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Another this one good for 18. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. And this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A third quarter now, at a one-point game as they line up second and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside game. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he is met at the line line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 44 yards away. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realizing, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The safety end Reed there to make the play.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for Ozzie.
Here's Ty Long now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Here's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You got to have the football back for your offense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. Critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, you got to be super careful.
Got to to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Jackson going to tuck it down to the option. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll pitch it out here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And the lead is up to 5.
Makes the score Rams 14, Browns 9. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Michael Strahan in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
3rd and less than a yard.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Mayfield. He's got Hooper in the short connection. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Mayfield to throw. Man, and he hits him in stride. There he goes, right side. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And the lead is now 2.
Good. Makes the score Browns 16, Rams 14.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where you're...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw.
That's what you get. That's what exactly what you get. You suck ass, bro. You suck ass.
The Browns in victory formation now as
You
they
suck
take the
ass.
lead. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Today's final score, Browns 16.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.